Never unplug your brains. According to Albert Hubbard, every man is a damn fool for at least 5 minutes every day. Wisdom consists in not exceeding the limit. Emil Autumn concurred with this when she pointed out that some are born mad, some achieve madness, some have madness thrust upon them. Heinrich Heine called a spade when he said, "There are more fools in the world than there are people." That could sound too harsh, but listen to this presentation up to the end and you will agree with him. It is as if we unplug our brains as human beings. In 2016, people got a shock that paralyzed their brains and squeezed their hearts. A pastor, name and church withheld in respect of cyber laws, sprayed the faces of his members with doom. The sheepish members lined up as the so-called men of God sprayed their faces like a farmer spraying tomatoes attacked by red spider mite. The men claimed the pesticide could heal people with cancer and HIV and AIDS. Some of them suffered detrimental side effects like coughing for months. We all want to be healthy, ladies and gentlemen. However, let us not unplug our minds and be subjected to unorthodox and barbaric rituals in the name of healing. I nearly jumped out of my skin when I watched a video in which a pastor commanded his followers to eat grass. For reasons best known to them, the naive fellows submitted to this callous and diabolic command. While God should deal with this nefarious pastor, I strongly suggest that these myopic followers deserve a good beating to wake them up from their deep slumber. Wherever and whatever the situation, never unplug your brain. Always make sure your brain is with you wherever you are. Some were given petrol to drink and unthinkable things to swallow. Yes, in the Bible, Jesus fed people with bread and fish, but not with frogs and grass. The reason why they could not see this devil masquerading as a man of God is because they had unplugged their brains. A few months ago, a video went viral in which a pastor, name withheld, was caught on camera slapping the male members of his church to get married. At first, I felt pity for those with bald heads, as the hand of the clergyman descended on their heads like a 4-pound hammer. I later changed and wished he had used a stick to beat the nonsense out of their heads. How could they allow that? Can you imagine? They had the audacity to line up like the sheep going for a slaughter. That is why I am saying never unplug your brain and allow unthinkable things to happen to you. It is the aim for every human to attain financial stability and lead a decent life. A plethora of our people in pursuit of fame and materialism have been swindled of their hard-earned cash. The enemy has come up with enticing pyramid schemes to make us instant millionaires. One such scheme would request members to pump a certain amount as an entry fee and promise to give you 5 times bonus in a few hours if you recruit more new members. A number of folks have lost their cars, houses, and property in pursuit of such schemes. The trick is always the same: make a few individuals win in order to blind the rest. Always, most of them end up the same way, leaving the newly recruited members nursing wounds of broken hearts and seeking for counseling services. As you join these schemes, do your research and never unplug your brains. In all such schemes, no matter how juicy they are, I've opted to remain aloof. I tell you, I've never ever sought the services of a psychiatrist or a counselor. Alexander Pope warned, "Fools rush in where angels fear to tread." The fact that most people do it does not make it right. Some, in trying to justify how authentic the scheme is, will tell you that even pastors are in it. Bendred noted with concern that the whole problem with the world is that fools are always confident of themselves, while wise people are full of doubt. A lie does not become truth just because it is accepted by the majority. It is the wish of every woman to be married and have a family. Someone warned, "Ungadingi umendo ngehloka." A pastor, name withheld, on the eve of New Year, bathed the female church members, in a basin during a crossover service. This was done to cleanse them of the evil spirits and welcome them into the new year. Can we imagine women of all sizes and shapes lining up so that the pastor bathes them in a basin? I also read somewhere where an unscrupulous man of doom cleansed a woman of bad luck by inserting his manhood into her womanhood. Primitive and barbaric as it might sound, the woman drops her skirt and allows the uncouth and savage pastor to satisfy his callous sexual appetite. The problem of unemployment in Africa has hit us more than any other continent in the world. As a result, we have fallen into traps. Too many job agents that are mushrooming everywhere. They promise lucrative deals and salaries. They will opt to pay for your travel expenses and visa application. Recently, the world was thrown off balance when a Kenyan national posted a video of herself breastfeeding puppies as a job. While others make a breakthrough in their financial doldrums, I just want to warn people to be vigilant before they consider such moves. Before you do such a thing, carry out a research and share your intentions with others. Those who have tried to surprise others by keeping the information to themselves ended up surprising themselves. Never unplug your brain as you pursue a job deal in the diaspora. Only a fool will test the depth of the water with both feet, so goes the African proverb. A couple of days ago, a girl was interviewed by the journalist on allegations of having a love affair with her own biological father. Lo and behold, the girl admitted that indeed it was true that she is head over heels in love with his father. She proudly wished that she could even poison her mother so that her father takes over without any disturbance. It is something else to be mad. However, to tell the world about your madness and be proud of it is witchcraft at its best. Someone said, "The fool who thinks himself wise is a fool indeed." I am patient with stupidity, but not with those who are proud of it. If I may ask, who is more foolish, the fool or the fool who follows the fool? I totally agree with Zappa when he said there is more stupidity than hydrogen in the universe, and it has a longer shelf life. How does a father impregnate her own daughter who is 8 years old? I tell you, more harm is done by fools through foolishness than is done by evildoers through wickedness. Even Aristotle said there is a foolish corner in the brain of every human being. I thought that was harsh, but what is happening around the globe makes me believe his words. Those who follow the crowd usually get lost in it. No matter what the situation, never ever unplug your brain. Think for yourself and come up with your own decision based on your evaluation and analysis. Only dead fish go with the flow. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, be careful when you follow the masses. Sometimes the M is silent. Abaphile abantu ukhala kusizi. My name is Nevandiweni. I thank you.